All right, I'm going to talk to you about something that's really been getting to me lately. And it's all of these folks out there who, despite all of the news and all of the information, are insisting that this is just no big deal. Everyone's overreacting. They're the only smart person in the room, and all of us are just a bunch of sheeple. What really sets off the alarm bells for me is the people in the group that are claiming we're overreacting tend to be of the same political persuasion. And that's really, really upsetting to me because empirical facts do not have political persuasion. They're simply facts. And regardless of whether or not you like the facts, whether or not they are politically convenient for you, is absolutely irrelevant. Yet these people want me to take their word over the word of some very learned individuals, and even over my own academic understanding of this stuff, which again I've studied in college. Now, granted, I'm not a doctor, but there are a lot of doctors, there are a lot of nurses, there are a lot of epidemiologists, there are a lot of scientists, a lot of people who actually work in the field that are saying, guys, we really need to take this serious. Logic tells us that the preponderance of experts is warning us that we need to pay attention to what's going on and we need to follow best practice. Occam's razor tells us that this is not some sort of vast global conspiracy that not only includes the United States government, but the government of many other nations, including typical adversaries like Iran and China. Why would they be in cahoots with the American government to take away our civil liberties? I don't know. It's beyond me. Perhaps the worst thing about this is if our social distancing measures do work, if we do succeed in shortening the severity and the duration of this illness, that these very same people are going to go straight to the highest rock they can and crow about how right they were. And that's really frustrating. I don't know what to tell you, but these people are frankly toxic, and they're very upsetting, and they are literally harmful because they're putting the rest of us at risk because, for one, they tend to disregard the best practices that are being recommended. They are discouraging people and shaming people for doing their civic duty at a time of great national emergency. So yeah, I have a really big personal problem with these individuals. If you are one of these individuals, I would encourage you once again to think through this logically. Is the whole world really up to some kind of great scheme to strip away your constitutional rights and leave you locked up in your house? Are they really after your guns or whatever it may be? Are all of the world's actual professional experts really in this together? For what reason? To what end? It doesn't make sense. And is all of the evidence that we see around us, the waiting rooms, the lines, is all of this money being literally blown just on a hoax? Are the nurses making out their wills because this is just, overblown? I don't know what to tell people, but I'm worried, folks, that once you lose somebody you know to this illness, you'll start taking it seriously. Unfortunately, by then, it'll be too late. I think you're harming others with your speech and your poor behavior and the fact that you simply won't do what's recommended. And I don't know what to tell people. At the end of the day, a person who carries a cat by the tail learns a lesson they can learn in no other way. Professor Damas, class dismissed.